Tonight, we continue to follow breaking news after a Euclid police officer was shot and killed last night in the line of duty. Tonight, we are learning new details about fallen officer Jacob Durbin. He's a military veteran who still served in the Army Reserves, and he was engaged.
First off, I'd like to say thank you for your service. We have lost a fallen soldier, someone that truly loved this great country. Make sure in the comments you all thank this man for his time serving this country.
Due to be married this summer, his life cut short last night in an ambush-style attack during a domestic call for help. We begin our team coverage now with more on the nearly day-long manhunt to find the gunman, as well as new details surrounding Officer Durbin's death. Our Mitty Hicks joins us now live from Euclid Police with more. Good evening, Mitty.
Good evening, Lena. Well, as you can imagine, the Euclid police chief was just emotional speaking with reporters today about Officer Jacob Durbin. Now we're learning Durbin was responding to a frantic call from the mother of the suspect's children.
We had a extremely terrified victim who initially contacted the Euclid Police Department and simply, I think in the first call, just said, I need Euclid. And then throughout this, when the officers arrived on scene, she was horrified to even be outside talking to the officers.
Officer Jacob Durbin responded to the reports of aggravated menacing Saturday night before Euclid Police Chief Scott Myers says he was ambushed by Deshaun Anthony Vaughn.
Lord, I ain't gonna say. Let me continue listening.
Shirt down. 2 gunshot wounds. We have the front secured.
3 News has learned the call came from the mother of Vaughn's children. Throughout the night and into Sunday, multiple police agencies searched for Vaughn.
We have, 300 men and women throughout northern Ohio that drop everything when a police officer is killed, and that's what they did.
The suspect posted videos on social media as police searched for his whereabouts. At one point, he posted laughing emojis over his wanted poster.
The fact that he think that this is a joke, that's the part that lets me know that he seriously does not care. I mean, I want to say it has to be something deeper, because who does that? Who seriously put laughing emojis on a wanted sign? I mean, please help me understand this.
Nearly 20 miles south from the initial call to Euclid police, SWAT evacuating residents as they surrounded this home in Shaker Heights Sunday afternoon. Sources confirmed to 3 News this is the home of Vaughn's current girlfriend. After a few shots, police removed Vaughn's body from inside the home. It's unclear if his wounds were self-inflicted.
The suspect was highly armed, from all the information we had, correct?
Yes.
Including what I believe was possibly a MAC-10 machine gun. So heavily armed. We know he had a very violent history, right? Obviously by his actions last night.
Now, Euclid police dealing with the unimaginable.
I go to bed every night hoping that I won't get this information. And my worst nightmares come true.
And Lena, we're learning tonight that BCI is now handling the investigation. Now, no other officers or residents were injured during these terrifying incidents. And Lena, I just want to show you behind me, there's this growing memorial. We see flowers and we see ribbon, and this is all for Officer Durbin. It just lets you know that people in this community are really hurting tonight. Live in Euclid, back to you.
Absolutely. Mitty Hicks reporting live from Euclid.
And just people in that community, let me know in the comments exactly how would you handle this. And please take time to think, because there's more video to watch.
Thank you. And our team coverage continues now with what we are learning about fallen Euclid police officer Jacob Durbin. Today also happens to mark the start of National Police Memorial Week. Tonight, Durbin's colleagues remember his dedication to public service. It's a passion that runs in the family.
His kind heart and enormous smile were infectious.
Euclid Police Chief Scott Meyer choking back emotions when talking about 23-year-old Jacob Durbin. The Euclid officer had only been on the force for less than a year when he was shot and killed in the line of duty.
Public service meant everything to him. He was kind of a happy-go-lucky kind of a guy.
Durbin's passion for public service was in his blood. As the son of a current Euclid police officer, he was also a member of the U.S. Army Reserves. Durbin was also...
Hold on, let me understand something here. He was in the military, potentially seeing war while in the military. He get out and he is unalived on American soil. Are we potentially saying that you are safer in another country during wartime than in America? I mean, please let me know. What do you think about that?
engaged to be married in just weeks, the wedding set for July.
My heart absolutely breaks. He's 23 years old. I want the public to understand what this looks like. I want them to understand the repercussions of this violence.
The heartbreak tonight comes with strong emotions from fellow law enforcement, determined more than ever to stand united on this, the start of National Police Memorial Week.
As you see behind me right now, we're going to continue to stand united. There is no respect for law enforcement. It needs to change.
To kill a law enforcement officer is to tear at the very fabric of our democracy. This young man was doing nothing.
Let me know in the comments. He said there is no respect for law enforcement. What do you think needs to happen? Now, I'm not talking about within certain communities. I mean all. You know, no matter what race, no matter what, culture. What do you feel needs to happen overall for police officers to gain total respect of its citizens? And can someone please let me know what is that black stripe thing? What does that represent?
But his job, which is to serve and protect this community.
Meanwhile, a police department tries to come to grips with how and why the life of a public servant was taken too soon.
He's somebody who did all the right things in life, juxtaposed against somebody who decided to do all the wrong things in life. And I mean, I don't know, I don't understand how you can have these two extremes.
Tonight, 3 News Investigates is learning more about the suspect. 24-year-old Deshaun Anthony Vaughn has a prior criminal history, including felony convictions and prison time. Court documents show that he was convicted of felony assault when he was 18 years old. In 2021, he served just over a year in prison for having a weapon under disability and receiving stolen property. Even before becoming the suspect in the killing of a police officer, records show that he was already under an active arrest warrant, wanted for violating parole.
A few things to say about this video. I'm not even going to give this person on the screen any attention whatsoever. It's a miracle nowadays for people to make it to 21. And for this young man to lose his life trying to serve the country in a different manner other than military, for him to just make it 2 years past 21 is still way too young for him to lose his life. And that don't make a difference what race or culture you represent. As we mourn a loss, and it's not so much a loss for a soldier as well as a police officer, you got to look at the fact that this travels deeper. you know, he had a family, friends, people that knew him, from the military life as well as the police life. And before that, let me know what do you think about this video in the comments. Let's get involved.